Marathon's launch day creeps closer and closer, with the server slam less than a week away, and as the launch approaches, we get more and more information about what we can expect. But one area of the game I've been thinking about for a while now is cosmetics, or more specifically, how we can earn them. There's a few different ways to get cosmetics before the game launches. Depending on the edition you buy, you can get yourself a few different skins for your runner and weapons, as well as some charms, stickers, backgrounds, and emblems. We also know that each season will come with a rewards pass, most likely containing some cosmetics. PlayStation players also gain access to some Sony-themed weapon charms at launch, and it's pretty much confirmed that there'll be some form of in-game store similar to Eververse in Destiny. In terms of free cosmetics earned through gameplay, faction-based rewards seem to be the only confirmed source, offering different runner skins themed around each corporation. This might not be every source of cosmetics we'll see in the final game, but it is everything that's been confirmed for now. And that's exactly what I've been thinking about. What other ways could we earn cosmetics in Marathon? I've come up with 3 main ideas that I wanted to share today. While it's possible that some of these might exist in the game already and haven't been announced, or may have been unofficially revealed via leaks in the NDA playtests, I'm going under the assumption that because these features haven't been confirmed by Bungie, they don't exist. But that doesn't mean Bungie couldn't add them in the post-launch updates. For the first idea, we have extractable cosmetics. The colony on Tau Ceti 4 and aboard the Marathon ship itself is already filled with little trinkets for runners to find. But back in the alpha, I'd noted that valuables outside of their literal monetary value didn't provide as much excitement or intrigue as other items. And I think this is an area of the game that could easily be improved by simply making these rarer valuables offer cosmetic rewards upon exfil. Items like the Blue Fork runner helmet or the Friend Mouth burger can already be found across the different maps and presumably offer a decent amount of cash for exfilling with them. But imagine if, on top of the monetary reward, you could also earn a weapon charm, a sticker, or even a skin based on that item. Maybe even all of the above, depending on how many times you've been able to exfiltrate with that item. This also opens up the idea of rare item hunts. Maybe some of the rarest valuables can only be found in certain places on certain maps, which would make these cosmetics more desirable. If you saw a player roaming around with a cosmetic that can only be obtained from the Cryo Archive Vault, then you would get a pretty good idea what kind of player you were facing. Somebody who may have defeated the compiler in a previous run, or perhaps stole the item from someone who did. With these items being so rare, they are bound to cause arguments within teams about who should hold on to it. So to avoid any infighting, we'll copy the same system as eccentric materials and have the cosmetic reward shared across the whole team. It doesn't matter who makes it out with the item, as long as someone does. My second idea follows on from the previous one, which is directly inspired by classic developer-based achievements and items in games like Gary's Mod or the Broken Top Hat from Kill Fun Yeah. With how much Bungie developers tend to get involved with the community, it makes sense to me that Marathon could offer a similar cosmetic reward. Maybe a special charm that, at the start of the game's life, only Bungie developers can have on their weapons. However, if another player is able to exfiltrate with this weapon in their inventory, either by befriending the developer or some other method, they can also unlock the weapon charm, and from there the cosmetic spreads. If that same player uses the charm on their weapon and loses it to another player, that player unlocks the charm too, and so on until it spreads through the whole community. I think this is not only a way to add some random excitement to the game, but it would be very interesting to see just how quickly the cosmetic spreads across the community. How long until 90% of active players have their hands on it? The third and final idea is honestly the most likely, since it's technically already been done, but I have a very specific execution in mind, and that's crossover cosmetics. More specifically, cross-game cosmetics between Marathon and Destiny 2. There's already a few Marathon cosmetics within Destiny 2, and I fully expect the same vice versa. But the idea I specifically wanted to share is cross-game earnable cosmetics and items. The idea that completing certain achievements or quests in Destiny 2 would unlock unique cosmetics within Marathon, or even exfilling with certain weapons and items in Marathon could unlock those same weapons and items in Destiny 2. This would be a great way to keep the community for both games teams engaged with each other and might push a few people to try out the opposite game. However, the biggest thing to bear in mind is the difference each game has in entry fee. Marathon is not only a less approachable style of game, but it also has an entry fee of $40. So any cosmetics or items that can be earned in Marathon for Destiny can't be too extreme. We can't have exclusive weapons or exotics, as that would alienate a large portion of the Destiny player base. But weapon ornaments, shaders, or even curated roles could work pretty well as a nice reward for players that remain active in both games. At the end of the day though, these are all just ideas. We may see systems similar to these exist at some point in Marathon's life, but for now, it's just a fun thing to think about. So let me know what you think below. Is there anything you'd change or add to these ideas? And are there any earnable cosmetics you're hoping to see in the full game? We're now only a few days away from the public server slam, and I'm going to be live over on Twitch all weekend streaming it, alongside some super cool and talented people from the community. If you're interested, click the link below to come hang out, or if you're looking for fellow runners to play with. I've also set up a second channel called Mallow's Throne, where I'll be posting a lot of stuff from my live streams, as well as more lazier, laid-back content like discussions, commentary, and gameplay footage. But for now, have a great day, and I'll see you on Tau Ceti.